Good morning, this is the National Trust car park by Hollister YHA, right next to Hollister Mine, and today we're starting with that, Fleetwith Pike. We're then going on to Haystacks, Brandreth and Grey Knotts. Hopefully you can join us, we want you to, please come along, we'll see you out there. Cue the titles.
Stand by for action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This 7-mile hike, which takes in ALFRED WAINWRIGHT's favourite fell of Haystacks, starts from the car parking area at the back of Hollister YHA. From there we make our way via Black Star to the summit of Fleetwith Pike. After taking in the fabulous views of Buttermere, we drop to the Dubs Quarry Boffey, and turning west we make our way to INNOMINATE Tarn to pay our respects to ALFRED WAINWRIGHT. It is then a simple bimble to the top of Haystacks and its various tops. Now, instead of doubling back and taking the decent paths, old Stubborn here persuades a reluctant team to take a direct route over rough, boggy ground. A huge mistake, but we eventually arrive at Brandreth. We now turn north and take the nice path to the twin peaks of Grey Knotts. After a brew, we then drop towards Hollister, and again my navigation skills let the team down sadly. I lose the path somehow and our descent back to the cars was really awful, for which I once again apologise to the team for. I'm really sorry. A reduced team from previous days, however we were pleased to have back with us Gary Lewis, who was going to give his knee a short tryout. Wainwright states in his book that Haystack stands unabashed and unashamed in the midst of a circle of much loftier fells, like a shaggy terrier in the company of foxhounds. Well, we had a team of 7 terriers raring to take it on, but first we make our way to Fleetwith Pike. Starts to see Fleetwith Pike coming into view. We're now going to cut over to it and get it bagged. Making our way up to Fleetwith Pike. Looks like a little bit of a weather station up here. Okay, let's jump off the side.
Okay.
Here we go. Jump off. Whee! How about that for a view? Tremendous.
If you look on your map, look for Black Star, please.
Okay, I will.
Go on then.
Okay, thanks.
We'll do it then.
Okay.
You'll be going up there tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think the best view in the Lake District is the view down Newlands Valley from Dalehead.
Oh yeah, they're just right down the centre.
Yeah, it's just a stunning view.
You noticed the cairn there isn't as big as it used to be?
Isn't it?
No?
No. Because I got my two fluffy dogs.
And got them on the top?
Not quite on the top, but about 2/3 of the way up.
Well, I remember the first time I went, I was standing and I was doing this and I couldn't reach the top, but it's not as high now.
I think you get these people who want to actually climb them. It causes a lot of damage. Yeah. There you go. Okay, here we are. We're arriving at Fleetwith Pike, and at some point or other you're going to hear the beep from my GPS. That confirms that we're here. Should happen any second. There we go. There's the beep in my pants. And we are at Fleetwith Pike.
Here we are. It's not even windy. How cool is that?
Well done, Bert, Andy, everyone.
Cheers, Graham.
No worries, mate. Bag and bag.
Another one bites the dust.
Well done, Andy, mate. Well done. There you go, Bert. Nice. And what a fabulous view of Buttermere, Crummet Water and Lowes Water in the background. Superb. So there's the mighty red pike, Grassmoor. You can see them all. Wandope, Craig Hill, and there's Causey Pike through there. And there, of course, we're looking at Dalehead and all those there. Right, we're starting to drop down now from Fleetwith Pike. Beautiful views, as you saw. Well chuffed with that. Brought back some very happy memories. And now we're dropping to Dubs with a view to swinging round to the right to bag that. Haystacks. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Sadly, we had to part company with Gary here because he was still in quite a bit of pain with his knee, sadly. So as Gary made his way back to the car, later letting us know he'd arrived safely, we make our way to Haystacks. having enjoyed Dubs, we now cross this nice bit of water.
The sun is fading, a little more every time. But if we make it, I'll be here for you for sure. Oh, release a little piece of my hoping away into the wild and free. Sometimes I wish that we hadn't got it so transgressions, zero to love so much, out of perception, can't think of you enough. No, I know that I should be grateful.
Alfred Wainwright died from a heart attack at the age of 84 on the 20th of January 1991. His second wife and walking partner Betty carried his ashes up to Haystacks and scattered them on Innominate Tarn, fulfilling Wainwright's final wishes. And Wainwright says in his memoirs, "If you, dear reader, should get a bit of grit in your boot as you are crossing Haystacks in the years to come, please treat it with respect. It might be me." Right, we're now approaching Haystacks top, South Cairn, and we've got a great view of Great Gable there. Over there's Brandreth and Grey Knotts, and you got Green Gable, Great Gable, Windy Gap obviously, then you've got Kirkfell, magnificent Kirkfell. It doesn't get enough credit, that North and South Peaks, and then you've got a wonderful range that gives you, in the end, Pillar, the mighty Pillar. Okay, climbing up to the top. Someone has put a flag in there of the Ukrainians in support, which is fair enough, as is their wont. But according to Hillbagging, the British database of Irish and British hills, this is the highest point and the Wainwright. However, there are various cairns everywhere and places to touch, but look at that magnificent little tarn here. So here we are, Bert, tag and bag, Haystacks, arguably the most famous of all Lakeland fells, as it was Wainwright's favourite. There you go, mate. Well done. Well done.
Oh, sometimes I'm right back at the beginning. Sometimes you're right there with me. Sometimes I wish that we hadn't got it so deep.
Right, having bagged the main top, as you've just seen, we now come to this one. Another nice cairn. You can see the others on it. Look. There you go. Super stuff. In this cairn you get a fantastic view of the mellifluous Buttermere again. Want to take a bag this one, my man?
Right.
That's it. It's a beaut, isn't it? That's it. Super stuff. There is some view from here. to this edge that I really do remember Julia Bradbury coming to and saying how mellifluous it looked, and that is why you come here. Look at that, and mellifluous it is. That looks fantastic. The mellifluous Buttermere. Okay, it's time to bid farewell to Innominate Tarn. Thoroughly enjoyed today at Haystacks and seeing Innominate Tarn again. It's been a while, probably my last time here to be honest. So, farewell Wainwright. My intention now was to steer the team to Brandreth via the route Wainwright describes in his guide. The reason for this was I thought it would be more interesting than doubling back and using the well-trodden paths. Unfortunately, losing my concentration, taking lots of pictures and film, I go wrong, and we end up travelling over lots of rough ground and quite a bit of bog. Well, there we are, that's Haystacks over there, a few tarns, and you can still see Buttermere, Crummet Water, Millbrake looking magnificent in the sun, and Low Fell in the background. And here you got the mighty pillar and all its mates, and you can see obviously Red Pike Wadsdale through the gap, and there's Kirkfell and the mighty Great Gable. We're now heading up to there, which is Brantree, and yeah, we're feeling this a bit because of what we did yesterday, but we're cracking on, aren't we, Paul?
I think the 2 bottles of rum dropping was probably didn't help.
What, having too much rum, you
Having
think?
too much rum.
2 bottles.
2 bottles. No, we had 1 bottle.
We've only had 1 bottle.
1 bottle.
Yeah. I had 3 beers, you know, beforehand, which probably didn't help, but...
I had double gin.
You had...
You had more than that, Mary.
Yeah, you had a little bit more than that.
I'm looking alright, aren't I?
You're looking great. You're looking wonderful. Anyway, cracking on, as we always say. Dill, as usual, is taking point. Let's crack on after him. Onwards. Finally, after going wrong several times, we find ourselves at Brandreth. Andy raring to bag it. Oh, there goes the beep, and here we are at long last, Andy.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done. Well done. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Here come the others. We're all a bit weary now, even though we're getting still some good views. We need the day to end now, to be honest. That was a slog, and when you go wrong several times, it's not good. But anyway, we're here. There you go, Bert. Brandreth at long last. Tag and bag, man, tag and bag.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are at the Wainwright. This is the official one, really, and you know, you can tell that it's 0.4 of a metre lower, can't you, mate? Tag and bag. Well done, well done. Six very weary hikers are now very glad to be heading for the last fell of the day, Grey Knotts. It's been a bit of a punisher, this one. The trouble has been is that we did a really big one yesterday, and of course you don't get a day off on the old fat boys. I think we're all wishing we'd had one. The old knees are barking something rotten. Essentially, my legs feel like they've just run a marathon at the moment. I'm hoping there's some way I can make them better for tomorrow's massive marathon, which is the Newlands round. I won't lie, I'm starting to worry about that. But we'll see. Might get a second wind. But my old legs are definitely feeling this. Anyway, onwards to the last one, grey knots. Here we go, this is the top of grey knots. Well done everyone. Well done. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Well done Andy. Second bag mate. Oh, very. Okay, second bag that man. Hello, we got a message to someone. Well done. Yeah! Done. Here we are back at Honister Mine, and I have to say it's been one of the worst routes that I've ever done. It was just awful. We kept going wrong all the time. Totally my fault of course, as it's all my route planning, but that was just awful. We kept going off route, losing paths. It's about as bad as it gets, that. So, this is an official apology to my team from me for such a terrible route. I've got no excuse. We just kept going wrong. And I say we, I just kept going wrong. Anyway, we're down, or I'm down, the others are just behind me. And I hope you've enjoyed what we've done. At least we got to the fells. Oh dear, oh dear, that was hard going. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and as always don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you out there.